Hey guys, Marshmallow Duelist here, back with Tech Talk Thursday, the series where I discuss unique and not well known tech options that you guys should be running or could be running in your side deck or main deck very effectively in the current formats. Today is quite a weird one, and again, I mean, most of them are, so this is very fitting. So, Battle Fader, Swift Scarecrow, all these cards are kind of obsolete now, they don't really do much. The battle phase isn't that big of a thing anymore. But what if I were to tell you that this is such an upgrade, such an update on those sorts of cards, that it very much is valid in today's formats. It's valid in a bunch of decks. And let me just tell you this also, not just heroes. This works in a whole host of decks. Now, what are its key features besides its effect before we get into that? First off, it's a level 7, so things like Kashtira, things like Red Eyes, anything, or even Dark Magician, anything that needs level 7s, they can very much use this. Red Eyes can use it thanks to its effect and being a level 7, so it can get you Flare Metal Dragon. Kashtiras can use it to get Diablosis, or any other deck that's running Diablosis for that sake. Not only is it a level 7 for Dark Magicians, but also it's a warrior for the cards like Dark Cavalry. It's just all around really great. It's got great typing, it's level 7 warrior. So now you know that, what is its effect? When an opponent declares an attack, you special summon this card from hand to field in defense, right? And it can't be destroyed by battle for that entire turn. Now when it's special summoned, it has an effect that searches. You can either search any spell or trap. Is it spell or trap or just spell? My bad. One spell or trap, so even better. Spell or trap that lists elemental hero's name, or polymerization. So this is where it gets really, really big. So it could just straight up search polymerization. So, I don't know, Predaplants might want this. I used it in Ojamas. Heroes can use it. Red Eyes can use it. Again, even Dark Magician, these decks can use it very much. And very effectively. So, for example, Red Eyes, right? A free level 7 board, body on board saves your life points from being taken out, stops decks like Numeron and Deskbot just OTKing you, right? But whatever, they're more rogue decks, that's not the big deal here. Free search for Poly and being a level 7, this can enable Flare Metal Dragon, but also searching Poly, being a warrior, that's a free Slash Dragon, right? Slash Dragon's a great fusion for Red Eyes. So it just has so much utility, really just all around great. It's better than your things like Battle Fader because it searches the poly. And you can even search things like Wrath of Neos because it lists Elemental Hero Neos and then use those sorts of cards in heroes. I'd definitely say it's much better in Neos hero builds rather than Omni hero builds. But yeah, this card's just really, really solid. Even at the very least, if you're running a stall deck or something, right, this is a little more well, it's just a little better than the likes of Battle Fader, right? Because it's Battle Fader will end the battle phase, but this just stays there the whole battle phase and can't be destroyed by battle. If they pop it, then obviously it's worse, but if they can't, this 2500 beta, that's very, very solid. This can hit things, this can punch things very hard. It can out a lot of code talker monsters, so you know the likes of Heat Soul and Splash Mage, the new Firewall Dragon helping code talker. So it outs sort of those mini bosses, which is great. And it does have an extra effect. You can shuffle this into the deck, special summon an elemental hero normal monster from deck. So that's cool, but you're not going to be using that outside of heroes, I don't imagine. The only exception I could imagine for this, and I don't think it's even that good of a use, but it is a use nonetheless outside of hero. You play this, right, in Magic-Key. Magic-Key like their different attribute normal monsters. So basically, instead of having things like Megalo Smasher just because it's the highest stat of that attribute, you just run the normal monster heroes, like the original elemental heroes instead. And that way, it's just some extra paths into those normal monsters for your Magic Key effects. Obviously, you need like the main Magic Key guy, he's great. But if you don't know Magic Key, they just need any level 4 normal monster with different attributes. So, you know, if you want a light one, maybe don't just go for the highest stat light one and go for Sparkman. use this guy, swap him out into Sparkman, and then you've just recurred your hand trap that protects you. You can use polymerization in Magic Key. You're better off using things like Magic Key Maftia. But if you want one copy in there just to thin the deck and search it off of this could be pretty cool. I'd like to see it. I might actually test it out myself. But that's just an example of a very scarce use of its second effect being splashable in more than just heroes, which is just quite interesting. So I don't really have much more to say. Just go crazy with this card, guys. It's very underrated. People don't realise how generic it is, and when I was playing Odramas, it really, really caught people off guard. They weren't expecting it to just search Poly. They were reading it like, no way, this card just searches Poly after basically being a pseudo battle fader. So try it out. Let me know whether you guys like this, whether you think this is a hit or a fail, whether you're side maining or what sort of decks you're playing it in. I like to see you guys in the next video, whatever that may be. Deck profile, another Tech Talk Thursday, or just a straight up Yu-Gi-Oh discussion. Whatever it is, I'll see you guys there, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.